these tend to move around this range. Okay, anything that is closer to the upper bound here, or even more, I consider it an extreme move. Okay, this will be used later. Now, for companies between 10 billion and 100 billion market cap, this is the minimum move that I require as a threshold just to get interested. Okay, these tend to move along these ranges in percentage increase, and anything that gets more than this, I consider it in my mind as extreme for this specific category. Okay, and for companies that have less than 10 billion, the minimum is 200% increase from the last pivot, as I said. Okay, they tend to move around these ranges. So anything that gets into the far right end of this zone, I consider it extreme. If it exceeds that, even more extreme. Okay, so you might have noticed that I use the word extreme, extreme, extreme. It's important because the extremeness of the move, along with how rare the phenomenon is, okay, can help you determine what you can expect in the exhaustion. Do you expect a 20% exhaustion on the downside, the 30 or 40%, 50%? It depends. Okay. Now, this is the first filter, all right? Let's get into the second filter. This is what makes the difference, to be honest. Okay. So the second filter, this is what helps me align to the days where the actual probabilities emerge. Okay. And it has to do with the expression, let's say, of the price action, the expression of the structure itself. So when I studied parabolic moves over the last 10 years, let's say, that I'm doing it, I distilled, let's say, three essences of expression, three main categories. I named them the ants, the green, red, and the textbook, all right? So let's go over the ants first. What are the ants? What happens here? You will see many, many green days that are successive to one another with small ranges. Pay attention to that, small ranges, okay? One after the other. So when I see this expression alone, I avoid the shorting, okay? Even if this filter, no matter the category, is already fulfilled. Let's say we had a category of a company with less than 10 billion and it had performed a 400% move. But let's say I see this expression alone. I don't touch it. Okay? And this happened with car. Look at car, at least earlier, before we get into the nuances. Do you see what I'm saying? Here, this is the ants expression. Okay? So if I see that expression alone, I don't mess with the stock. I want something extra. Okay? And I'll show you what this is. Now, the second expression is the green-red. Okay?